Was Abraham Maslow really that smart? The psyche of success is about defining who you are and who you want to be. Okay, so I want you to think about this for just a minute. Abraham Maslow came up with the hierarchy of needs. You know, the pyramid that if you took even basic psychology you learned about? He said at the base level are our physiological needs, then we have our safety needs, then after that we have our esteem needs, our sense of belonging, that kind of stuff, working all the way up to where we are self-actualized. I had a friend at one point who sold his business, several $1,000,000. He did really pretty good on it. And he sat around for about 3 months and then he was so upset because he had no purpose anymore. What Maslow says is that until we satisfy lower order needs, we cannot satisfy higher order. So they have to go in order. So in other words, if you are lacking shelter, good chance you don't really care about your sense of belonging. So you have to go in order. That's what Maslow said. Now you look at some of the other theorists that came along after him, and it helps to explain my friend who after 3 months, now a multimillionaire, really wasn't that happy. So I'm talking to my friend one day and he says, "God, I just realized money doesn't really mean anything. I just want to do something that makes a difference. I want to give back." And I said, "Have I got a deal for you? All you need to do is cut me a check for $3 million, all of your money, and you will have given back to me. And since money doesn't matter, I believe I can make good use of it." Immediately he went, "What? I couldn't do that. If I gave away my money, I'd have to start over, and then I'd have to work hard and have to do this and this and this until I can get to the point where I could be self-actualized." Oh, Maslow really wasn't an idiot. Maslow really was pretty brilliant. Maslow was the father of motivational theory, and what he understood is that we don't focus on our higher order needs until our lower order needs are satisfied. Now, Clayton Alderfer came along a little bit later and said, "But what about the starving artist? What about the artist who feels incredible about themselves and lives with 8 other people in a 1-room apartment?" Well, that person is getting their fulfillment from a higher order need, even though the lower order need is not satisfied. So what Alderfer said is that you can satisfy needs in different orders. So when you're thinking about your employees, we do want to meet their higher order needs, that sense of purpose, that sense of belonging, the why that Simon Sinek talks about. But we also have to make sure that the lower order needs are taken care of. Otherwise, according to Alderfer, we regress to those lower order needs and we make them more important. So the phrase, "I don't get paid enough to put up with this," you fill in the blank, whatever you want. That phrase came from Alderfer's theory. Money becomes really important when I don't feel valued and appreciated, and I don't have a sense of belonging, and I don't feel like I have a purpose here. So we have to take care of the lower order needs and then put an intense focus on developing the potential of our people so that their higher order needs are also satisfied. Maslow, in my estimation, was brilliant, but so was Clayton Alderfer. I'm Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success. We'll see you for the next tip. I'm Jody Holland with the Psyche of Success video blog. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share it with your friends. Find me on Facebook. Look for Jody Holland Training and Speaking. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, Jody N. Holland. Can't wait to see you on next week's episode.